Ranking the best wide receivers in Madden 24. We are back here with another tier list update. Today we got wide receivers. Now today we got a pretty interesting update. We got like 30 new receivers. I think Jerry Rice, Allen Robinson, Stephon Gilmore a little bit better than these cards. So this is what the tier list is looking like though. Tyreek Hill still in this S tier. Now we're actually going to get it started right here with the stocking stuff. We're started in 82 and now with training or coins, it's like weird how they do it, but you can get it up to 91 overalls. KJ Osborne right here with 92 speed, 92 acceleration. We're looking for 90s across the board for route running, but hits 85s. 85 is good for all Madden, 90 good for all pro. And we look at his abilities and everything, right? He gets like the slot apprentice, the outside apprentice. He doesn't get any discounts, but for me, KJ Osborne, I think he's an okay receiver in the game. I think I'm pretty cool with the C tier. I like him right by Tank Dell. And we get the day one budget demon right here, Josh Reynolds. He's now up to a 91 as well. He's 6'3", so has a good height, but 90 speed, 91 acceleration. The route running's again good for all Madden, not good for all pro. And again, doesn't get any discounts or anything. For me, he's gonna go ahead and be in this D tier. I do think KJ Osborne is a little bit better. And the last stocking stuff we have is Devin Duvernay. So Devin Duvernay, pretty similar to KJ Osborne with that 92 speed. Again, good route runnings across the board, hits 90 deep, which I think is the most important one to hit on all pro. For me, Devin Duvernay going right by KJ Osborne. And now we move into the 89 overall team builders. The first one we got is Zach Pascal with 90 speed, 92 acceleration. Doesn't hit the deep route running threshold, but he's 6'2". I think Pascal pretty similar to Josh Reynolds. I'm putting them right by each other. Now after that though, we actually get probably the best budget receiver in the game, DJ Chark with 94 speed, 94 acceleration at 6'3". He doesn't have the best route runnings in the world, but that speed, that acceleration, I think he is very, very solid. I kind of want to put him B, and I don't know if I'm crazy or not. Yeah, I'm going to put him B tier. He's more like bottom end, of course, but I do like him more than Devin Duvernay. I like him more than KJ Osborne. In my opinion, probably the best budget receiver in the game. And after that, we get Jameson Williams, even though this is not Jameson Williams. This is Amon St. Brown. I don't think they fixed it yet, but Jameson Williams, 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 6'2" height, 86 short running, 88 medium, 90 deep route running. Once again, kind of like DJ Chark. I think he's one of the better budget receivers in the game. I'm putting him right by DJ Chark, but I'm going to go ahead and put him in the B tier. I think Chark and Jameson Williams, a great combo for a budget. And we get Kadarius Toney with 91 speed, 93 acceleration. I think some people would question his 85 catching, but 85s across the board for route running. Very, very solid receiver. For me, he's going to be in this D tier as well because he doesn't offer you the height of like a Josh Reynolds either. So I'm putting him right by Zach Pascal and Josh Reynolds. Now after that, we get Michael Pittman. They gave him 88 speed. He is 6'4". I don't know why they do his card so dirty though. For me, Michael Pittman is going to be in this F tier. I just don't get why they do him so dirty. We get Andre right here with 92 speed, 91 acceleration. He is 6'3", 88 short running, 89 medium, 88 deep route running. I think he's almost a better Josh Reynolds. So for me, he's going to go like in the C tier by like Devin Duvernay, KJ Osborne. I would say he's probably more along the lines of more top end. Now we get into the 90 overall zero chill players. Curtis Samuel up right here. Not really great speed or acceleration. Has decent route runnings, but again, just for me, just really isn't that good. Going to go in the F tier for me. After that, we get Chris Olave, that got statted pretty bad. 90 overall, 90 speed. He was okay with the zero chill strat card, I guess. Pretty good route running, sits 90 medium, 6'1" height. I guess I could see the argument for D. I just really don't think he's great. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the F tier. And we also get Cortland Sutton right here, 90 speed, 6'3" height. Pretty similar to what I just said about Olave, but his route runnings are actually trash as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put Cortland Sutton also in this F tier, man. Just really don't think he's that great. Now after that, we do get Jalen Waddle right here with 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 5'10". Pretty good route runnings across the board, 95 deep route runnings, really, really nice, but really once it hits 90, it's all the same. Great all Madden receiver as well. I think he's pretty similar to the team builder cards we covered, especially now without the zero chill strat. I'm also putting him in this B tier as well. These three guys right here, some of my favorite budget options. And we once again get one of my favorite budget options with Jake Bobo with 92 speed. The acceleration you can say is a little bit low, but 6'4", man. Love the tall receivers. 90 short running, 90 deep route running as well, 89 medium. I like this card a lot. For me, I actually like him a little bit more than Waddle. I think these like four receivers in B tier right here are the best budget options. Now we get a 90 Tylan Wallace, a team of the week, 91 speed, 92 acceleration. Decent route runnings across the board. Overall, an okay receiver. This is a card that I am willing to go ahead and put in the D tier, kind of by Kadarius Toney. And we do get Andre Reed's first card of the video. Again, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 6'2" height, pretty solid route runnings. Hits 85 for every single route running. For me, Andre Reed, he is going to go ahead and make this D tier. After that, we get potential free house reward T Higgins, 91 overall, 91 speed. He is 6'4". Pretty good route runnings across the board, but overall, man, in my opinion, he just really isn't that great. For me, I'm putting T Higgins in this D tier. I don't know why I was going up a little bit, but for sure, D tier, not really a good receiver. I'm kind of mad they're giving us him for free. And we also get 91 Vincent Jackson. If you're curious how to get this card, all you have to do is buy him off the auction block. So that's how you get him, or you pull him in packs. You're not likely to pull him in packs. So he's 6'5", 93 speed, 90 acceleration, great route runnings as well. He technically does get discounts with third down threat, red zone threat. Not great discounts though. I think he's one of the better receivers in the game though. I think he is tippity top in this B tier. Actually, I'm putting him A. Like the 6'5", loved using this card. He was one of my favorite receivers I've used all year long. long. Yeah, I think A tier is a good spot for him, especially with that height. And for the rest of the video, we got 93 pluses, man. So first one up, Rashee Rice, 93 speed, 95 acceleration, 6'1" height, 90s across the board for route running. And the big thing that I think is so important, slot apprentice for 1 AP. I think these apprentices for 1 AP are really, really great. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but this is what I'm gonna do. So I think abilities, especially AP on wide receivers, is so important. I'm dropping everyone down a tier, and Rashee Rice is going to be the start of this new A tier. So yeah, right now, this is what it's looking like. Now, after that, we get Stefon Diggs with 94 speed, 6' height, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his discounts this time, gets outside apprentice, red zone threat, really good outside receiver. If you need outside apprentice, this is a good ability to get, man. I like Stefon Diggs a lot. For me, Diggs is going to go ahead and make this A tier. After that, we do get Darius Hayward-Bay, though, with 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 6'2" height. Some people were talking about his like low catch in traffic. I mean, if you have gift wrapped on your quarterback, don't even think these ratings matter. But his 88 short running, 92 medium, 95 deep, hits 90s for medium and deep route running. And his abilities this time, outside apprentice for 1, I think he is better than Stefon Diggs. For me, Darius Hayward-Bay does go ahead and make this S tier. Mike Williams, I really like, but without the zero chill speed strat, a little bit disappointing. 92 speed, 89 acceleration, terrible agility as well. Does hit 90s across the board for route running and is 6'4". And if we look at his discount abilities this time, third down threat, mid out elite, don't love those, right? For me, Mike Williams, but I am slightly putting him in this B tier. I just love the tall receivers. He's kind of similar to like Vincent Jackson for me. I just love the way these two cards played. And now we get AJ Brown with 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 6' height, 90s across the board for route running, and this time for his abilities, outside apprentice, slot apprentice for 1 AP. Really, really like that. For me, AJ Brown, I am slightly going to put him in this A tier as well. I like him. He's a cheap slot apprentice receiver. And now after that, we get Deebo Samuel with 93 speed, 94 acceleration, 5'11", a little bit shorter, 90 short running, 90 medium, 89 deep. So pretty solid route running, perfect on all Madden. Also great after the catch too. And if we look at his abilities this time, matchup nightmare, run off elite, I think he is overall really, really solid. For me, I think the A tier guys are a little bit better, but he is up here in this B tier for me. Really, really like him, just like these A tier guys, a little bit better with what I'm valuing for a receiver. And that right now is a lot of discounted abilities because we are approaching Madden 23 territory with abilities. And now we get full Andre Reed with 93 speed, 93 acceleration. He is 6'2", so pretty good height, 90s across the board for route running. And for his discounts this time, outside apprentice for 1, deep out for 2. Pretty good outside receiver once again. For me, Andre Reed is going to go ahead slightly make this A tier. I think this is a super underrated card right here. Team of the week, Chris Godwin with 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 90 short running, 90 medium, does hit 89 deep, 6'1" as well, so has some pretty decent height. And if we look at his abilities, he does get the 1 AP slot apprentice. I think he's pretty similar to AJ Brown. Honestly, kind of think he's a little bit better than AJ Brown too. So I'm going to put him in this A tier as well. And now we get Julio Jones, 6'3", 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running. And for his abilities this time, gets the outside apprentice. Julio Jones, in my opinion, is top end of this A tier. He doesn't even get the abilities that I love. I think on a theme team, he's S. I think no theme team, A tier, theme team, S tier. And now we get some cover athletes. So first one up right here, we got Larry Fitzgerald, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. He is 6'3". This is their lower overall as well. They have a 93 and 94 version, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at Larry Fitz's abilities this time, outside apprentice for 1, short and elite for 2, third down threat for 0, deep elite for 0 as well. For me, this Larry Fitz is going to go ahead and make this B tier for sure. Yeah, I might do that. I think out the bunch, he's probably the worst outside apprentice. Man, he's in a weird spot. He's in like a B plus range for me. Same thing with like Chris Godwin, AJ Brown too. I like Diggs, Rashee Rice, Julio a little bit more than these cards. And after that, we get 93 overall cover athlete OBJ with 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 5'11" height, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his abilities this time, right, he can actually get the outside apprentice once again. And if we look at his X factors, third down threat for 0, red zone threat for 0. And yeah, this is a pretty interesting card for me. Just looking at the receivers we have, right, with his 0 AP X factors too, I'll slightly put him A. I think Larry Fitz is still B. And now we do get 94 cover athlete OBJ, 5'11", 94 speed, 97 acceleration, great route runnings across the board. And this time he gets some interesting things, right? So he can actually go ahead and get double me just on the entire game for 3 AP, outside apprentice for 1, mid and elite, deep out elite for 2. He is a little bit better than his other cover athlete. I am slightly, like, I guess I gotta put him S tier. I guess I have to. Like, because I do think Darius Hayward-Bay, Tyreek Hill are a little bit better. Like, he's like an A+ type of range for me, which is just, it's tough right now. Receiver is very, very tough. And now after that, we do get Larry Fitz right here. So Larry Fitz, 94 speed, 93 acceleration, 6'3" height, 90s across the board for route running. And for his X factors abilities this time, outside apprentice, short and elite, mid in, and he can get rack him up, which I just don't really like. I think he's just a little bit better than his previous card. For me, Larry Fitz is going to go ahead and be like top end end of this A tier. I like the unstoppable route tech he gets as well, but I just don't think he's S tier. After that, we get out of position Deion Sanders at wide receiver with 95 speed, 96 acceleration, 6 foot height as well, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his abilities and everything, what's really interesting on him, right? So first off, doesn't get like the apprentices, gets return man built in for 0, whatever. But the yak him up for 0 is actually kind of crazy. Like, he is guaranteed to break the first tackle if he catches the ball. For me, I really like Deion. I'm putting him once again in this S tier. Now, right after that, we do get Montez Sweat with 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 6'6" height. He's a big body like Harold Carmichael. He's going for like 2 mil coins, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his abilities this time, doesn't get like the apprentices or anything, but unstoppable route tech, unstoppable double me. I think this is one of the best receivers in the game when we just look at stats. Not a great, obviously doesn't get the great abilities, but he for sure is like S tier for me. And if we're just talking strict no abilities, I honestly think he's probably the best in the game, but like given abilities and everything, I'd probably place him right there, number 2 behind Reek. I just like the slot apprentice for 1 AP. After that though, we do get Randy Moss with 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 6'4" height, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his abilities this time, third down threat for 2, route tech for 3, deep elite for 3. Again, don't love the fact that he doesn't get like a 1 AP slot apprentice or anything, but we're just talking about strict receiver. I think he's probably the best non-theme team receiver in the game. Now after that, we do get DJ Moore with 94 speed, 93 acceleration, 6 foot height, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his abilities this time, it gets outside apprentice automatic for 2. OBJ is just slightly better than DJ Moore. So for me, DJ Moore does make like the tippity top end of A tier right by Larry Fitz. And after that, we do get Jordan Addison with 94 speed, 96 acceleration, 5'11" height, 90s across the board for route running. And if we look at his abilities this time, he actually gets some pretty cool X factors. Doesn't get like great discounts with slot automatic, red zone threat. Third down threat for 0, actually really like unstoppable deep elite and unstoppable route tech. Third down threat, pretty decent, man. It is pretty decent. Jordan Addison for me, once again, making this A tier, man. I like Jordan Addison a lot. Just depends if you want an X factor or you want some of these like slot apprentices or something. And now final card of the video right here, we do have Calvin Ridley, first 95 overall with 94 speed, 93 acceleration, 6'1" height, pretty good route runnings across the board. And if we look at his abilities this time, gets mid and elite playmaker for 1 AP, no X factors. For me, I think this card once again is pretty decent. Just don't really think he's the best receiver in the game. Thinking he's a 95 overall, you think he's like a guaranteed S tier receiver, right? So we're gonna go ahead and place him also in this A tier. And now there are some things that I do want to change though. So first major change, I think I'm going to drop this OBJ down into A. Now what that changes is we're dropping down the 93 into A, and we're also going to drop AJ Brown and Chris Godwin into B. This is what I think it's looking like though. I think Chris Godwin, AJ Brown, OBJ, both like they have good arguments for A. Also the full cover athlete OBJ, if you want to say he's S tier, I guess I could see it. Depends how much you value that double me ability, which for 3 AP, would you rather rock 3 apprentices or double me? I think that's kind of tough right now, 3 AP for double me. And also the fact that KOs a lot of times just directly counter double me. That's why I'm not exactly that high on it. But yeah, boys, this has been my thoughts on the receiver position in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? If you guys did enjoy this video, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Also, make sure to hit that noti bell on YouTube if you guys do want to watch me use some of these cards live on stream, or if you would rather watch on Twitch. Been multi-streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Would love to see you on some streams. Check the links in the description for that Twitch. If you guys do want another video to watch, however, I actually used this Vincent Jackson and he got an absurd gameplay. He is ridiculous.